Hello and welcome to another All the Mod 6 tutorial. Today we're going to be covering Powah. This mod is especially fantastic in my opinion for its solar panels, but there is a lot more that you can do with it. And since we're focusing on basics right now, we're going to craft a basic energy cell today. We're going to craft a starter solar panel. Let's go ahead and get started with that. The first things that you're going to need are dielectric paste. You make that with either coal or charcoal and clay and either a lava bucket or blaze powder. We're going to get a good amount of that going on. This gets pretty expensive pretty fast. Then the next thing we're going to need are some basic capacitors. That's going to be some of the dielectric paste we just made, iron ingots, and a block of redstone. And we will again need quite a few of those. And we're going to do the solar panels first. Then of course the next thing that we're going to need is a dielectric casing. And these are dielectric rods. Dielectric rods are going to be iron bars and dielectric paste. And we're going to need quite a few of those for what we're going to be doing today. We've got to convert the basic capacitors into tiny basic capacitors. Alright, so now that's everything but the photoelectric pane. And the photoelectric panes are going to be glass panes, lapis lazuli, and dielectric paste. I'm doing all this on my refined storage system using the crafting grid, just to speed things up and make things a little bit easier. You can watch my video on refined storage here if you'd like to know more about that. We're going to need 3 of these per panel, and we need a minimum of 3 panels to move up to the next tier of solar panel. So let's go ahead and grab 9 of those. Now we should have enough to craft 3 starter solar panels. And as you can see, these don't exactly put out a ton of energy. We've got 50 forge energy, which is FE, per tick, which could power a refined storage system indefinitely and not run into issues. If we wanted to do something like really robust with mechanism, or if we were gonna take our industrial foregoing equipment to the next level, we really want something that's gonna be a little bit more productive than the starter solar panel. And here with the basic, we more than triple the power output per tick. So that's a good place to go from here. So you can see we've got a basic capacitor, dielectric casing, iron ingots, and 3 starter solar panels. So that is actually already a rather expensive solar panel. Now, the reason why I like using these, even though they are quite expensive, is because you can just slap them on top of a block. They also connect to basic universal cables, which we covered in mechanism. So if I wanted to, I could take that off of there, and instead of connecting my solar panel to that, I can place some basic universal cables like this and stick my solar panel over here. And that's really nice to have when you're working in a real survival world. I mean, obviously I'm in creative here. I don't have a base built up. Nothing's going to be attacking me. But in a survival world, you're going to probably want to have this indoors, and this needs to have access to sunlight. Basic universal cables are really cheap. It makes it way easier to just go ahead and run some basic universal cables outside, build up a bank of solar panels, and then boom, you're done. Everything that you want inside is inside, and everything you want outside is outside, and it didn't even cost all that much. Let's talk about the energy cell. When you're using solar panels especially, this is going to be something you want. This will hold up to 100,000 forge energy, or FE, and it has a maximum input and output of 200 FE per tick. Moving up from there to the basic, we get 1 million FE in storage and 2,500 FE per tick output or input. So since we only have 170 FE per tick on that circuit right now, let's just make one of the starter ones, and then we can connect these however we want, and it'll start charging up. And if put a few of these down, you get all this power stored up so that at night your equipment can continue to work. Unless you are absolutely positive you're going to be sleeping every night, I would not recommend going for a solar setup that does not include energy storage, because if you're working through the night, your machinery won't be, and that just makes everything take longer. I guess I should mention before we're done, the dielectric rods, horizontal versus vertical. A horizontal one turns into a vertical one in a crafting grid, and a vertical one turns into a horizontal one in the crafting grid, so they are completely interchangeable. Craft as many of either one as you want, and you can flip them back and forth all day long. Doesn't make a difference. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope that you've learned something valuable. If you have, please do like and comment. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I do my best to get back to them as quick as I can. I am still at a point where I'm able to respond to every comment that people leave on the videos, and so I'm happy to answer any questions you have. But yeah, I guess that really is all for now. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you have a great rest of the day. Take care, and bye-bye.